Hello and welcome again to the Age of Politics podcast. Geopolitical Queen here with today's episode on how Nigeria has become the new useful yes man for their master France. How baffling can it get? Brothers fighting against brothers just to play some foreign countries? How? In the wake of the ECOWAS community threats on Niger regarding a coup d'etat that ousted a democratic elected president, Nigeria, apart from threatening with other members to march with the ECOWAS military to reinstate the ousted president, has also gone a step further to stop power supply to Niger. Obviously, Nigeria can commit genocide on its own people if France asks them to do so. Oh yes, the same France that sponsored the mass butchering of Igbos by the Hausa federal government in the Nigerian Civil War is the same France that is ordering Nigeria to take the lead to march on a neighboring country, Niger, because Niger is not taking instructions from them. How soon we manage to forget our history. With what right does Nigeria, or ECOWAS countries for that matter, come by the prerogative to meddle in the internal affairs of a fellow West African country? On what diplomatic, legal, or business grounds does Nigeria cut off power supplies to Niger? Is it acceptable for any country to violate its business or contractual obligations to a sovereign country because of political events in that country? Is Niger's sovereign political decisions part of the electric power sale contract between the two countries? Even in Ukraine, where an SMO is going on, Russia still supplies gas to Ukraine as contractually binding. How many countries in West Africa don't have internal political problems? Didn't we see the extreme disgraceful presidential elections that brought Tinubu to office just the other day in Nigeria? Is stealing an election not a coup in itself? So, with what right does a coupist like Chief Tinubu impose any laws on another coupist in another country? A man who stole an election, hiding and beating his chest like a silverback gorilla in heat in his bed to play puppet for Western governments just to undermine the will of the people of Niger? Will the other ECOWAS countries deem it right to arrogate to themselves the moral right to condemn the sham elections that took place in Nigeria just some months ago, and consequently impose trade sanctions on Nigeria? Can we even, till this day, truthfully accept to refer to Chief Tinubu as the rightful democratic elected president of the country he sits in? Where would we derive that authority from? So how dare Nigeria to do that to Niger? Well, if the purchase and sales contract grants any party the right to unilaterally cancel its services, then we can start from somewhere. But if this is Nigeria's copycat way of imposing sanctions, which seems to be in vogue these days from Western countries, just to give them some warped sense of importance and power, then Nigeria should bow its yes-man slavish head down in shame. So what do you think? Does a stolen presidential election leader like Chief Tinubu have the right to meddle in the internal affairs of another country? Or it is Nigeria that is grateful being a wasteful yes man for France? Well, kindly leave your comments in the comment section below. And thanks for tuning in. I will be back with the next broadcast. Good day.